The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet.
Hey, Shal here. Today we'll be talking about comb filtering and using that to create the Darth Vader voice. If you're new here, there's a playlist of all my tutorials in the description. Let's get started. Now, we talked about waves on here before and sort of their properties. We have wavelength, which is their frequency, and we have amplitude, which is their loudness. But what happens when multiple waves happen at the same time? They push and pull against each other to combine and create a new sound. This is called interference. Interference takes two main forms. Constructive interference, where waves push and pull in the same direction, add together, and become louder, and destructive interference, where waves push and pull in opposite directions, subtract from each other, and become quieter. I'll talk more about the science of interference in a later video. Suffice to say, all waves that happen at the same time interfere with each other. But I will mention one special case, when the two waves are identical. This causes some special interference. We got a snare drum, and here's a copy of that exact same snare drum. When we play them at the same time, the two waves are pushing and pulling in the exact same direction and create perfect constructive interference. This basically just makes them louder. Really loud. Oh god. If you take the second one and flip the phase on it, the two waves will be playing in exact opposite directions, which is perfect destructive interference, which interestingly results in total silence. It's like the clips are there, you just can't hear them at all because they're perfectly phase canceling with each other. But watch what happens on the frequency display when we have the two signals, but they are slightly offset. Let me set the phase back. And slight shift. Did you hear that? Did you hear how it sounded sort of thin, almost metallic sounding? Like sort of wispy? That is comb filtering. That's what happens when two identical signals are played almost at the same time, with one slightly delayed past the other. It's called comb filtering because comb filtering is used to create many popular robotic voices, including Darth Vader.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet. The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet. The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet. The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet.
That ought to do. So I think these last few are probably some of the best ones.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet. The Force is with you. The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet.
I'm not James Earl Jones, so...
The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet.
Now let's add a delay plugin. I like redelay here because it allows me to dial in really precise delay times. Now let's set the delay time to between 1 and 8 milliseconds.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet. The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet. The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet.
That sounds pretty good to me. In fact, I'm going to pitch this down slightly.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet.
And we'll add some reverb for ambience.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet.
And now for the breathing, the if you don't actually own a scuba tank rebreather, which is what the original was, just pitched down a little bit, you can just grab it on the internet. That's just what I did. Okay, so I think we only need one.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet.
Sweet. And we'll add some polish with an EQ.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet.
And some compression.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not.
And a little saturation.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker, but you are not a Jedi yet.
And there we go. I think it sounds pretty good. By the way, this effect can be used live.
When you started this video, you were but the learner. Now you are the master. But that's just my opinion. Did this tutorial meet your needs? Let me know down below. If you liked this video, please subscribe and click the bell. Also, as you can tell, I'm trying out a new style with my tutorials. Please let me know what you think. Next time, I'll be talking about the chorus, flanger, and phaser effects. Until then, have fun and keep making sound. This sounds so cool. Oh my god. What the hell? Anyway. Okay, enough dicking around. This is great. Okay, cool. Anyway, we're done.